So, what is your question?
Okay, my question is what is the reason that the
Hmm.
West has so much influence to the world that many other countries ended up imitating them, even though India clearly has a better culture than the West?
Hmm. So, from where this question arose?
From myself, Swami.
From yourself. Who is this self?
I don't know, maybe from my
What is
mind,
this I?
Swami.
First, I am asking you from where this question arose in you. Why you ask it, and what is the reason? What is the source of this question? Why this doubt is coming, and uh, why you are influenced by the West that this question arose? What is the reason? From where this question arose? Don't say from myself or don't use these words. From where? How? How this question arose?
This question arose because I feel like I look at like the lifestyle we are living here, like the whole
Hmm.
society, a lot of things is like influenced by the West. Like even Swami have said before, the Bollywood, they are influenced by the Hollywood. So I see like a lot of
Hmm.
like not everything that the West, the kind of culture that the West influence us is a good culture. Like the habit of eating junk food is not a good culture, but yet it has really influenced to all over the world. People are eating junk food, and like the life of totally like living your life just to earn money. This kind of culture also, like I don't know, but maybe came from the West. So I just feel that not everything that we have been imitating of the West,
Hmm.
not everything are good culture, but yet so many countries like are imitating the West.
In your question itself is all the answers. Why so many countries influenced by the West? Why so many countries are imitating West? Because the majority of people are of very low level consciousness. They are there is no wisdom in them. They cannot appreciate anything which is very subtle. They can understand only things which are basic, which are needed for living a comfortable life. For the majority of humanity understands only the language of the body at the maximum mind, even of the mind. In this vast majority, only a small minority will understand even the language of mind. So anything which is gross, which is very obvious, which is very concrete, will be understood by maximum number of the people. Things which are subtle, which needs refinement on your part, which needs certain growth, certain inner growth on your part, can be appreciated by very few people. If you are not little evolved, you cannot appreciate inner things, you cannot appreciate meditation, you cannot appreciate love, You cannot appreciate being sensitive. You cannot appreciate being more conscious. Because these are not things which can be brought on the table. These are things which happens inside you. And people, most of the people, are so less evolved. So whatever the West is offering, anyone can understand very easily. The most important contribution of the West is technology. Technology, everyone needs. It is extension of your sense organs. We want pleasure. We don't know the language of bliss. That is far beyond us. Bliss cannot come from anything from the outside. We are not in search of love. We are in search of sex. Because you cannot love a person who is of a very gross spiritual level cannot love. Love and sex are two totally different things. For love to happen, you need to be a very evolved person. You need to be a very alert and conscious person. For that, you will have to change from within you. Whatever the science is discovering, Einstein discovered something or Newton discovered something. It becomes the possession of the whole universe, of the whole world. Everyone becomes its possession. For that, what changes you have to bring to your life? For that, what transformation is needed within you? Maybe Einstein is making effort 18 hours a day in his laboratory, but what you are doing for that? You are just eating the food prepared by him. You are just getting the nourishment from the things provided by him. So these are the things which anyone will like. If an Edison discovers electric bulb, then everyone can use it. So it is so easy to see its benefit. And all our influence is coming from outside. So people who are of low level of consciousness, they are interested in being influenced. They want something to be thrown inside them from outside. But knowing your nature, knowing your real nature cannot come from outside. It is a growth from within you. It cannot be imposed from outside. It cannot be thrust from outside. It is not that in countries like India, especially India, that they have not developed science. All the basic science, if you see, you will find the root in India. Whether it is the law of gravitation, whether it is the numerical system, zero and everything, India has found it. Without it, you cannot calculate. They have their astronomy, everything was there. They knew long time back that it is the earth that revolves around the sun, not vice versa. They knew. But then these were the people who were meditators, who were interested more in, because they could know all those things. For them, these things were not that great, because they could see it very clearly. If a person is a meditator and also a scientist, he can see You can have all these things. But if your inside is in hell, nothing from outside can give you anything really significant. Nothing from outside can make you blissful. Nothing from outside can make you more conscious. And if you are not conscious, that means you are spiritually blind. So if you don't even know yourself, whatever you know, all those things are just meaningless. Because when even your inside is in darkness, what is the use of outside light? So they could discover all the basic things about science, and then they realized that having a very rich science, providing people with technology and all those things, without inner development will make a man into a devil. And it is not that India was in the past, was not rich, it was very rich. And at that time, spirituality and meditation grew here. It was called Sone ki Chidiya, a golden bird. So that's why they came. All these people, all these robbers and looters, they came from outside to destroy its prosperity. And the thing is, once you become very evolved, you start becoming feminine. Once you become contented, then you are no longer aggressive. Then you don't want to fight with anyone. So all these people, these were barbarians. When India was super rich, when India was super civilized, these people were just barbarians. If you see 300, 400 years back, what the Englishmen were doing, what the Americans were doing, they were almost like animals. So their growth is of a very recent time. But it is said, everyone praises the rising sun. Now, in a way they have grown, but it is a very lopsided growth. It cannot remain for long until and unless they grow spiritually also. Otherwise, they are proving themselves to be demons, and they will be very destructive also. And they are being destructive because they don't have the eyes. You have the leg, but you don't have the eyes. So while walking, you will be falling in many ditches, and you will taking your followers into also in ditches also. So and India had done perhaps some mistake also, that it thought that now you can see it as a mistake, because when things have happened, then you can give commentaries. But at that time, because it is quite difficult that you will grow in science also, and you will grow in spirituality also. If you are not putting your whole energy in one direction, you will end up being nothing. But now it's a time you can, because science has reached to a state where it can make the life of everyone, almost everyone, comfortable, if politicians behave in a sane way. So now you will have much time to go in. At that time, because civilization was at its beginning, so at that time India decided that it will go in more. Because if you want to know all the secrets of something, then you have to You cannot be a jack of all trade and you will be also a master. If you want to be a master, you have to go to the very depth of something, very core of something. So they sacrifice everything. They sacrifice all comforts. They sacrifice scientific growth for knowing themselves. But they did the right thing. At that time, that was the right thing to do. Otherwise, you could not have people like Krishna, Buddha, Patanjali. It has not happened anywhere in the world. West, even now, when we are so much in awe of American growth, they have not produced anyone like Buddha or Krishna or Patanjali, and it doesn't look that they will be able to produce anyone like them. It will take hundreds of years more, and that also if they remain sane. It doesn't seem that they are moving in a sane way. So those who are imitating all these countries who imitate West, it is because whatever the West, but from how they grew rich. They grew rich by stealing the wealth from India or from China, countries like that. They were like robbers. And they were very aggressive, because when you have no inner growth, when you have no inner light, then you can be very violent. So violence helps in the growth of science, because science is aggressive. Science is a kind of rape of the nature. So if you are violent, it will not in any way harm the scientific growth. But if you are violent, you cannot grow in spirituality. So their aggressiveness, their violence has helped them to grow in science, because it is not prerequisite for the growth of science that you have to be non-violent, you have to be loving, you have to be sensitive. So, but if you just want to have wealth, just want to have material wealth, and if you want just pleasure, these things were understood very well by the Indian sages, that these things are going to make you very corrupt. They will make you like demons. And there are stories in India about these Rakshas, you can translate it as demons or devil. They were very super rich. They had all the wealth. But they were just living life of luxury, life of pleasure, life. They had no consciousness. In ordinary language, you can say they had no morality. So they were doing all kind of immoral things. So when you are immoral, when you are unconscious, you will have shortcut to growth. It will look like that you have grown rich very easily, in a very short time. But that will not last. Anything real takes time. It needs patience, and you have to go on making effort to become a Edison. You have to work for many years. But the people who are creating technology, every day there are new technology. They don't have to make that much effort. And the thing is that why it is people are attracted to West and they are imitating West, or they are influenced by West, because most of the people are lazy, and most of the people are, as far as spirituality is concerned, they are studying in kindergarten, or they have even not started their study. So for spirituality, for meditation, for your inner growth, you will have to make all the efforts. It's not like the science that someone discovers electric bulb and everyone can use it. Whether Krishna has come to know himself or Buddha has come to know himself is not going to help you much. Just little bit of help, not much help. The real work you have to do it. But the most of the people they don't have any guts, they don't have any courage. So and whatever growth happens within you, if you become blissful, if you become bliss itself, if you become meditation itself, you are not meditating but being conscious. You have become consciousness itself, or you have become awareness itself. It cannot be shown to the outside world, so that it has no it cannot be sold. It cannot be used as a commodity that I have bliss, I have come to know myself. Even if you are in love with someone, you cannot tell what has happened inside you. So for those things, if you are not a person of very high sensitivity, if you are satisfied only with material things, with luxury, and you are saying that we know that these food, whatever these garbage food and what is the food, this food, what it is called, junk food and all those things, everywhere it has spread. It's very easy to understand why it has spread, because people who are eating those things are of very low consciousness. They have no inner eyes. They have not grown at all. They have no sense of discrimination. So that's why they are eating all those things. That's why Western culture, whatever it's pop culture, it's ABBA, it's the real most famous band, what was its name? Beatles and all those things, and the most famous singer, what was his name? He used to eat like elephant.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. He used to just eat like an elephant. What kind of man he must be? Very, very unconscious person. He used to eat so much. And if you see all of them, Michael Jackson, the kind of life they were living was not worth, when you use the word imitating, it was not worth imitating. But people who are imitating West, if you are imitating anything, then you are no better than a monkey. And you have used the right word, influenced by the West, imitating the West. Those who are imitating, they are just monkeys. They don't have their own insight, they don't have their own eyes. That's why they are influenced by things which looks like very bright. But all that glitters are not gold. For a man who has his own consciousness, he will see what is Western culture. Their women are thus selling themselves just like prostitutes, and all their movies are like that. And now the Bollywood is also imitating them. If you are imitating a devil, you will become a devil. If you are imitating those who have no culture, they may have grown scientifically, but they have no culture. They have no civilization. And it will never happen because they're warmongers. A country which can destroy people within seconds by atom bombs. What kind of culture these countries have? What kind of culture China has, which has spread corona all over the world? But idiots cannot see anything. If you are an idiot, you will be impressed by these idiots. And it is not that these countries, no country is growing in science. It is few people. If some Einstein was not even an American. And all those scientists who are working in America, most of them have come from other countries, including India. If you remove all the Indians from American universities and its hospital, it will become an island. So don't think that it is West, because they are very aggressive. They know how to advertise themselves, and they are so aggressive that they can destroy the whole world. They are doing it very well. They want to destroy all other cultures. They just want that they should remain alive. And I have told you many times that it is very easy to destroy a rose flower or a lotus flower. If you want to be a stone, you will have a very long life, but a very dead life. But the thing is, if you are influenced by such thing, that shows your own level. You are eating junk food. Why you are blaming others? If you are eating junk food, that shows that you have a very low level consciousness. If you are eating pork and if you are eating all kind of non-vegetarian food, that shows that you have never gone inside and you don't know how these things influence you, how these things influence your consciousness. So, those who are imitating West or those who are influenced by the West, they are not the people of high level consciousness. They are people of very low level consciousness. The thing is that once you become very evolved, when your consciousness has reached to its peak, or when you have self-actualized yourself, then there is no aggressiveness in you. You are not fighting with anyone. There is no jealousy in you. You are not in competition with anyone. You are not ambitious. If you want to be ambitious, if you want to be jealous, if you want to be aggressive, then you have to be a very low level of a person of very low level consciousness. And this you can see in normal world also. Man has always suppressed women, always repressed women, always exploited women. Why? Because female is more soft. Because female is not aggressive. They don't believe in fighting. But the thing is that real miracle has happened. That in the West, even female have become second-rate male. They have become carbon copies, because otherwise they cannot survive in that kind of aggressive environment. And now the West has come everywhere. The whole world is imitating West. They are imitating West. The whole world is imitating West because it is easy. And everyone, first thing is your survival. For survival, West is good. They are giving you at least that much money and that much comfort that you can survive. So it is the meeting of the East and West that will be a good world. You cannot just live only by bread alone. And you cannot live without bread also. So when the West and East will both meet, that will be the same thing. And if there is any sanity in the people, whatever they have discovered, they are highest thing. They should be sharing with each other. But the level of the people, most of the people who are powerful, the level is so low that they, instead of sharing anything, they just don't want others to exist. They want to destroy all others. Sometimes Mahatma Gandhi says good thing, that he says that if you believe in the philosophy of an eye for an eye, then very soon the whole world will become blind. So to be influenced by something, to start imitating something, you have to be an idiot, an unintelligent person. Otherwise, you will see whatever is being advertised as very great thing. Are these things very great? Are these, can I not survive without these things? What is the need for me to have 3-4 houses, one at some island, one at the mountain, one at the jungle? What is the need for me to have 4 cars? If you have even little bit of intelligence, you will know that you are here only for 50, 60, 70, 80 years at the maximum. You are just a guest here. So go on hoarding only material things. Soon you will be dead and all those things will be there. When you are influenced by this kind of aggressive societies or countries, that shows something about you. That's why I ask you why this question is there. Nothing is without any reason. If the question is there, that means there is some confusion within you. There is some doubt within you. But for a man of some intelligence, the most important thing is that he will first try to know himself. That is what Socrates said, know thyself first. He was not from East, he was from West. So if you don't even know yourself, whatever you are doing is all rubbish, all bullshit. Because you will be bullshitting everywhere. Whatever you will do will be harmful for everyone. That is what the West is doing. It has taken the whole world towards the verge of extinction. And its religion, all its religion is also doing the same thing. All these Abrahamic religion is also doing the same thing. Both the world war has happened in Christian context. Its religion and its science are not different. It is coming from the same source. So anything which makes you successful very quickly, one has to be very alert about it. It must be something dangerous. There is no shortcut in life. And India, it didn't that India became poor and because it was going in the wrong way. Because India was a peaceful country, it was a feminine country, it was not interested in fighting. It was not conquering others people's land. So they could come, these aggressive people. The rapist can destroy a woman, can destroy her life, but you would like to be a rapist or what? It is a very stupid kind of question in a way. After meditating for such a long time, such stupid question comes. And Osho has said it, and I agree that what they have done, the West has influenced India, and they have, by their aggressive ways, they have brought their education system in countries like India, and everyone is imitating West. But you are not aware that how India has penetrated the whole world. All their great scientists, all their great philosophers are influenced by Upanishads and Gita. And there's so many people are being influenced by yoga and meditation. They are leaving Christianity. So don't be in illusion that where East is not influencing them. Lao Tzu has penetrated in West also. But they will penetrate first the refined people. And maybe they will never penetrate the masses, because masses don't have that intelligence. But there is a possibility that if more and more people become refined, then masses will also be influenced by them. They will start imitating them because they understand only the language of imitation. So don't be in illusion that East is not conquering the West. Their conquest will be far greater. Sooner or later, if we are not to be destroyed, East is going to conquer them. And even to be a scientist, you have to be at least concentrated, focused. You have to be contemplative. It has to do something with yourself, with the consciousness. Without being in touch with your consciousness, anyway, you cannot even grow in science. The same consciousness, when it goes out, becomes the scientific growth. And when the same consciousness, when you are not going anywhere, when you are just still, your mirror is totally still and totally clean, and it is not, nothing is reflected in it, just the mirror is there in its purity, then you know yourself. Because these are two diametrically opposite things. If you want to know yourself, if you are an aggressive person, if you are an ambitious person, then you will not be able to know yourself. But those people who became ecstatic, those people whose whole life become like a wine, their whole life became like poetry. They became so graceful, they became so beautiful. These were the people who came to know themselves. These were the people who were not ambitious. So those who are not ambitious, they also come to know something. Those who are aggressive, those who are trying to exploit others, they can develop in science, but leave something for those who are not ambitious. But the thing is that you want both the thing. Actually, you want to be like the Western people, farting, shitting, fucking. But you are a greedy person. You want both the things. Your greed is that you don't want to leave anything. You have somewhere you have realized that only these material things is not going to give you everything. It was taking you towards madness. But still the question remains, because your mind is still Western. Don't say that it is people are being influenced by the West, people are imitating West, the whole world is imitating. It is not of the whole world, it is your question. Because you are not a person who want to be silent, you are an aggressive person. You also want to do all those things. But somewhere you found that this is not going to give you much, and you had your own experience where you were landing. To be a drunk person, to be intoxicated is easy, anyone can become intoxicated. But to become aware, to become conscious is a difficult thing. It is like climbing the Everest. You need patience. You have to walk alone. But to fall down from a mountain, no effort is needed. Because if you want to grow in, then everyone has to make his own effort. It is not something, it's not a collective wealth. Science is a collective wealth. That's why it cannot become a meditation and spirituality, and your inner growth cannot become a thing of the crowd. Even in East or in India, only few people came to know themselves. It's not that the whole India became enlightened. Anyone who wants to be enlightened will have to make his own effort. That is what Buddha said, be your own light. No one can give you that light. It cannot be bought or brought from outside. So you have to understand things. If you confuse things, two different things. Culture and meditation and grace and beauty are one thing, science is another thing. To be a scientist, you need not be a cultured person. You can be a demon and you can be a great scientist also. So if India became poor, India was poor, but India became poor because it became feminine, because it was a contented country. So anyone can come and they can loot. And these people were all barbarians, whether it was Islamic tribes who came to India to loot, or the Western people. They were all of the same kind. If you see the history of the whole West, it is only of the bloodshed. But if you don't want to know how these countries have grown, then you are a complete idiot. You see how China has grown. How many millions of people it has killed for its growth. But idiot like you remain in the same boat always. Is this a growth when you kill millions of people for the growth of your country? But you want to save your own life, but it matters not whether the whole world is destroyed. You are just seeing the result, how the result has been achieved. Their whole philosophy is end justifies the mean. They are not interested in using the right mean. But again and again these questions arise because you have the same kind of mind. You are influenced. You are influenced by outside glitters. That's why you have been imitating the whole. Most of the people, educated people, imitate America. I never liked them. I never liked the way they speak. I never liked their movies also. Maybe technologically it is quite sound and that they have something good also to offer. But somewhere there is something rotting inside also. If you compare Indian writers, Indian poetry, Indian genius in the field of literature or in the field of spirituality, it is incomparable. But they make their advertisement. India was never interested in advertising. If you read Upanishad, it is not even written who is the rishi who has said this thing, because they were not interested in advertising their names. That is why they said that it is said that Vedas are apurusha, but it means that no man has created it. Because it was revealed to them when they had disappeared, when the ego was totally absent. Then the truth descended on them. And whatever West has achieved, it is because of few people's tremendous effort. Whether you grow in science or grow in spirituality. For everything, you have to make effort. But it is not that because there are 10 scientists in America or 100 scientists in America, the whole American became scientists. And America is not a country where no one is American there. The real Americans are the red Indians. So you have to see how something grows. People have come from everywhere. The best, most talented people have assembled there. That is the reason of their growth. But it is not the end of the game. Maybe within few years, India may reach to a peak of scientific growth. But then there will be possibility that India will not remain spiritual. At present also India is not a spiritual country. No country can be spiritual. A country can be spiritual when many of the people are making effort to know themselves. It happened in the past. Now it is no longer, India is neither spiritual nor very scientific at present. It is an old country now. Until and unless people who are asleep become awake again, they are just gloating in their past glory. They think that it is still a great country. It is no longer a great country. It is a very corrupt country. So, something which India achieved in the past, nothing lasts forever. It is a cycle. Once you reach to the top, then your decline starts. So whatever happened in India in the past is an old story. It is a gone story. It is a dead story. Now if they want to become something, they will have to again make effort, whether it is science or spirituality. So there is no culture in India also now. So what you are comparing with what? Maybe West is little better than India at present in every way. Because so many sages have happened in India, that's why India looks still, there is some hope. Otherwise, the present day India is just like any other country. It is not at all a spiritual country. Who told you? And the thing is, in this world, nothing lasts forever. You can reach to the peak, but the moment you reach to the peak, the possibility is that from there your downfall will start. Because to reach somewhere is easy, but to maintain that is difficult. And even if you are alert about it, still it will be lost. Because this is a relative world. Nothing is going to last forever. But if you have come to know yourself, that is the end of your game. So whatever happens in the external world, it is all Maya. It goes on changing. Nothing is static in this world. You cannot even enter into the same river twice. You cannot even enter even once in the same river. Because as you are putting one leg inside, the river goes on moving. It is not something dead. It is not east or west. It is not the question of east or west. It is some individual who make effort and others are just imitating. They are just influenced by these things. So how much you farted?
I did
Is
not.
the shit
I
on
did
the
not.
pant?
No, there's no shit in the pants for me.
Is it clear or not?
Yeah, very clear for me. Huh. The reason I was asking was because I did not feel like all like it is such a great culture, but like so far, like we always feel that like West is so good. So that's why I asked this question.
What you said? So far, you feel, we
Like
feel.
no, not me alone lah. Like for example, like my mom also sent my brother to the United States. She did not send
Your
him
mom
to.
is also a greedy person, an ambitious person. Whatever your mom does is not something an ideal. Most of the people do only those things which is very obvious. They all want if they have even little bit of love for their children, they want their children to be successful materially. They want their life to be comfortable. They want their children to earn more and more and become more successful, popular. These are desires of small people. There is nothing great about it. It is very ordinary desire. You want to be appreciated, you want to be known, you want to have more and more money. What is great about it? It is the grossest possible desire which all idiots have. So you cannot make your mom into an ideal. She is mom. Mom means there used to be mummies in the Egypt. Mom is like that. And dad is also almost dead. What most of the people are doing, it cannot be the criteria. It cannot be the criterion for you to follow, for everyone to follow. When you quote others, when you say that it is your mom also wanted your this, your aunt also wanted your this, why you have to be bring other people into the picture? Whatever they wanted or not wanted, if you have understood things, that is enough. If you have not understood, you should ask your own individual question. Why you are such a coward that you cannot even ask question in your own name? So long you have been imitating West very blindly. So that is your level. Don't blame them. Now you have been here in this world, how old are you? About 40 or what?
40 something.
Or more than 40?
40.
So you are not a child now. Don't behave like a mustache baby that your mom, your dad, are you in their lap still?
No, Swami.
Now,
No.
now take your own decision. Don't blame them. When something is arising within you, don't bring them. That is your question. If you want to be like what the West is, start eating pork again, start farting more, start shitting more. Just do all those garbage things. Who is telling you? Who is stopping you? If you want to grow inside, then you will have to give up many things because these things are poisonous. Otherwise, you cannot grow. But only in the beginning you have to give it up. Then later on you will realize you have just given up poisons. But still you are because you have been living your life in a blind way. And these things have entered inside you. So you must be having some attraction for those things. We are all influenced by idiots. And we are not we never very keenly observe things. If the death of Sushant had not happened, I would never have become more interested in these Bollywood stars. Now most of these stars, I cannot even see them. If their advertisement comes, I immediately have to change the channel because they look so horrible, they look so third rate. And if they are ruling there, I was never like, since I started meditating, I was never their fan. But some of the film stars I liked, and they were mostly never number one. Number one, mostly those people who are called number one, they are the perhaps the greatest idiots. Because who makes you a number one? It is the masses. And one of India's cricket greatest cricketer, one of India's, Sunil Gavaskar, he said, Indian films are made by the masses for the asses. So, if someone is being praised by the world very much, that doesn't mean that that person is a great person. Now this idiot called Malala, she was hit by a bullet in Pakistan, and within 2 years she got the Nobel Prize. What was her great achievement? If you see that those people who got Padma Shri in India, they have worked for 30, 40, 50 years. One woman is 100-year-old. She has been working for organic farming. Another woman, single-handedly, she has been planting these trees. 30,000 or something, these trees. And all our trees have all survived. And she is a woman so poor that she was not even wearing a chappal while when she went to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, not even a blouse. And what Malala is doing? She must be gloating in gold. But she is just a pawn in the hands of the West. Whatever they wanted her to do, she was just their weapon. She was saying so many things against Islam. She was saying just few years back in an interview that in marriage there is no need that it has to be arranged. If you can, these things matters not whether you are of the same religion, and there is no need even to get married. If two people like, they can live together. But now she is married. She is just 24-year-old. She is married to a Muslim. Why you are married to a Muslim? Because the reality, your reality is that. Because ultimately you have to behave according to your Islam. All whatever you are saying is all facade. It is just to show to others. It is not your inner reality. It is just a political game. She had never spoken of all the things which is happening, all the exploitation of women which happens anywhere, whether it is in Afghanistan or she has never spoken against the terrorism that happens in Kashmir. And same is true about that girl also. What is her name? That autistic or whatever this girl is. What is her name?
Autistic.
She is autistic or not, I don't know, but this girl, she is also not exactly normal. What is? She speaks about many things. She is Thunberg, Greta Thunberg. But she is also a 100% hypocrite. And it is not that she is speaking anything. She is just a mouthpiece of other people, whatever they want her. And she is also has one of her parents, she is a Muslim. She has some Islamic connection. So whatever they are doing, it is all thought out things. It is not whatever Mother Teresa was doing, what she was doing, why she came to India. There are poor people everywhere, but why she came here? Because she wanted people to be converted to Christianity, and that also Catholic Christianity. She was no sage, no saint. It is all just created. Some people are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. She belonged to the third category. She was a great hypocrite. It was not at all any social service, and you cannot organize your compassion like that. Is it clear now or no?
Yes, very clear for me.